I think it's been good that they've kept talking and not ignored each other, because then me and my brother would probably that would make us even more upset. I'm not really upset, but that would just make us upset.
It's just hard that they won't speak because my dad has the original house where we all lived and my mum's moved out and got a different house. It's hard if my mum wants something from the house because I have to ask, and then if my dad doesn't agree with it, it's like he'll take it out on me but not mean to. But it comes across that way, so it's hard. It's just a hard point that if they don't speak, the child struggles and suffers just because two parents won't speak or just be civil.
Communication between my parents is frayed. I don't know, like, at first my mum was really pushing my dad to like get into contact with me and my sister and stuff like that, because he really wasn't like bothering in terms of contact. And then after a while my mum was just like, actually, why am I bothering? If he wants to see the children, I'm not stopping him at all. It's his choice to come and see us. And I guess he never really did, so my mum's kind of like given up forcing him to be a dad, which should be his job. So yeah, the communication really isn't there, but that's his fault, I guess. Yeah.
They text each other. They don't really like talk to each other, because it's like at the beginning of like a breakup, you know, there's still that anger between them both and what went wrong and all that kind of stuff, and the misunderstandings and all that thing. So there's always that you don't want to talk to each other, and at the beginning you don't talk to each other, you don't have that friendship yet, because it's you've still got that power and stress on each other. So they text each other, or my dad might say, tell mum this or give mum this or something like that.
They don't really like talk that much. They usually talk about like money and stuff, and like if my mum needs money, and it usually turns into an argument, but sometimes like he just gives it to her.
But it's also important to let your mum and dad know, you know, what's upsetting you, because you need to tell them, otherwise they don't know. And you know, and if you've told them, at least you know that you've made the effort, and they know. Because when I was younger, I feel like I didn't tell my dad enough, and maybe if I told him enough that he was upsetting me, maybe he would have changed. I don't know.